Welcome. My name is Nentarz. I'm a physical therapist and TRX Master Trainer. And today we are here to talk about such an important and interesting topic, mobility. The benefits of mobility are expansive, pun intended. They give us sustainability, they help our bodies get in better positions, and they certainly enhance our performance. What mobility is not is just flexibility. Mobility is the ability to control your body through space, which means there's a quality component. For example, if I wanted to look at mobility in my body, one way to do that would be touching my toes. I can certainly reach down and touch my toes, and I can achieve the end result of reaching my toes, but really move from my back versus having mobility in my hamstrings and posterior chain, expressing flexibility there first, and then moving. So when it comes to mobility, it's just not about getting there, it's how you get there that's important. And I think there's a life lesson there. A couple things we should also know about mobility is how to get it. So mobility is a layered approach. It's our bodies is a function. So it's a nervous system function, a joint function, and a soft tissue function, including our muscles and fascia. It's also a continuum, which means it should happen in slow speeds and varying speeds that relate to function. In addition, it's very individualized based on your needs and also the activity you are doing. So now join me in a little sequence that's going to help give us thoracic mobility. We're going to actually use a couple new toys in the TRX library, including the Rocker and the ProBar. So we're going to start with the Rocker, opening up our thoracic spine. What's great about the Rocker is we can put it on lockdown mode. And since I'm targeting the thoracic spine, we're going to be laying on our side. We're going to have the top leg behind us and our front leg in front of us. We're going to lie on our side, leverage your body over the Rocker, and then just relax. Here I'm extending my body and then lengthening my body sideways. So I'm going to add a frontal plane reach with my hand to allow my body to fold over the Rocker, leveraging that fulcrum, getting decompression in my joints. Also add a little articulation. So think back to yoga, like a cat-cow, and you can do a little cat-cow while you're here. Not only this is great to open up the lateral line of my body, but we're also getting soft tissue and joint mobility on the bottom side. So we're opening up that rib cage. We have to start with the joints in order to gain mobility. Then from there, we're going to jump up to the suspension trainer and we're going to do a long torso stretch. So for now, I'm just showing you a couple reps. Obviously, you want to do a minute or two at a time. The long torso stretch looks like this. With the suspension trainer shortened, we're going to start side facing again. We're entering frontal plane to get mobility here. My rear leg's going to be behind me. I'm going to fall back. So that outside leg's my rear leg. So the long torso stretch is this. The idea is stability through the shoulders will create mobility in your trunk and let your body fall. Breathe a little bit, let gravity work in your favor to enhance mobility. There's another lesson there. It's important to relax in the positions. And if you can't relax, you probably should back off a little bit. Now the last part of the mobility sequence we're going to show you is using the ProBar. And we call this a slashing series. So for those of you who like 80s rock, you know what I'm talking about, slash. So it looks like this. We're going to start with the arms behind us. We're holding on to the end of the ProBar, and again, this is the unloaded ProBar. We can load the ProBar. However, since I'm working on mobility, I'm not going to load. I'm letting the arms float behind my body. Initially, we're going to start with a little stiffness in our trunk. Stiffness in our trunk, bracing in our core will allow our thoracic spine to loosen up. If we want, we can start to add full segmental mobility. So as I let the arms float behind me, I'm going to drive the hips forward, let my body fall behind me. And then we're going to do the same thing. Now, reaching behind us, allowing the front of our body to compress. Again, mobility is a continuum. So here, this is a little active mobility. So after we go through a stability slash and a mobility slash, we can work on alternating slashes. So watch this. I'm going to take one hand behind me and the other arm behind me forward. So one hand goes behind me backwards, the other hand goes behind me from forward position. And this is going to create a little torque through our thoracic spine, giving us thoracic mobility, which is really what we're after. So remember, mobility is about quality. It's just not getting to end range. When it comes to mobility, slow roast it. Don't pressure cook it. Make gains over days and weeks, not sets and reps. I hope you enjoyed this session, including how to use a couple new modalities for TRX and talking about the keys of mobility. Again, my name is Nentarz. I look forward to seeing you here more at TRX training later, and thank you.